Hi guys, very good morning. Welcome back to the session. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so today we'll discuss about traceability matrix. So traceability matrix, it's a kind of a document. Here it will help us to ensure how each and every requirements are connected, and we will get a clarity that okay, how many test cases we have written, how many requirements we have not covered, everything we can see that. Sample traceability matrix format for testing. I'll just show you that. So look at here. Are you able to see this? There's a requirement ID will be there, and then requirement description will be there. And you would have written the test case, right? Verify valid or invalid credential. So you have written a test case ID, and we are mapping. Look at here. Requirements along with that test case. We are mapping, and we will have a status pass, fail, whether in the comment section it is covered or not covered. Like this sample a traceability matrix, you can use it in real time. Either you can use this or you can talk to your company or your colleagues or your manager, and you can get the template if they have it. If they don't have it, you can use a general one, and you can compare whether you have covered the proper test cases or not. Okay, now please take down heading traceability matrix. Traceability matrix, it is a document. Traceability matrix, it is a document which has got the mapping between which has got the mapping between which has got the mapping between requirements and test cases, which has got the mapping between requirements and test cases, which has got the mapping between requirements and test cases. Full stop. We write a traceability matrix. We write a traceability matrix. We write a traceability matrix to ensure. We write a traceability matrix to ensure we write a traceability matrix to ensure every requirements has got at least one test case. Every requirement has got at least one test case. At least one test case. Full stop. Next, advantages of traceability matrix. Advantages of traceability matrix. Advantages of traceability matrix. Point number one. It gives the overview of all the requirements. Look at here. We are seeing all the requirements, whatever we have it. It is giving you a overview. Point number one. It gives the overview of all the requirements. Second point. It shows how requirements are linked to the test cases. It shows how requirements are linked to the test cases. Full stop. We write a traceability matrix. Wait. 2 points over, right? Third point. It will make sure 100% coverage on the requirements. I'll repeat all the points once again. First point, it gives an overview of all the requirements. Second point, it shows how requirements are linked to the test cases. Third point is it will make sure 100% coverage on the requirements. 100% coverage on the requirements. 100% coverage on the requirements. Okay. Next, it is easy to prepare. Fourth point, it is easy to prepare. Fifth point, there is no special tool is required. There is no special tool is required. There is no special tool is required. Okay, that's all about advantages and traceability matrix. And take down the sample one. Sample traceability matrix format. Till here, you can write down point number 3 and like our requirement number 3, then I'll scroll down. Let me know once it is completed. Completed till requirement 3.
Third point.
Third point is over. Okay. Fourth point. If I keep your class 6 o'clock, all of you are comfortable? Morning, 6 a.m.
Tomorrow onwards, sir.
Yeah, I'm just asking. 6 to 7:30. Comfortable, huh?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, cool. Let me update right away so that I don't forget it.
Sir, from Monday onwards, you're going to take Python classes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. For that reason only, I shifted to Python class. I'll take 1 hour, 6 to 7.
Okay, sir.
1 hour daily programming. That's more than enough. It is because you need a time to practice. You have to practice that classes.
Sir, what about that mobile testing?
I start on the weekends.
Okay, okay, sir.
Sir, for me, sir, selenium.
I'll plan.
Okay, sir.
Completed, good to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, types of traceability matrix. So it has got two types. One is forward traceability matrix. Another one is backward. Sorry, three types we have: backward traceability matrix. Another one is bidirectional traceability matrix. So we have three types: forward traceability, backward, and bidirectional. Forward traceability matrix means this one only. We are going to map from requirements to the test cases. That is forward. Backward means when you are doing the exploratory testing, requirements will not be there. That time first we will write a test case, and then we will try to create a requirement and we'll map from test cases to requirements. From test cases to requirement. That is a backward. Bidirectional means it's a combination of both forward and backward. But in practicality, we will be using only forward traceability matrix. In practicality, we will be using only forward traceability matrix. Please take down heading. Types of traceability matrix. Types of traceability matrix. Types of traceability matrix. This matrix, wait, types of traceability matrix. It has been divided into three types. It has been divided into three types. It has been divided into three types. Write down three names. Forward traceability, backward, and bidirectional. Backward. Okay. Heading: forward traceability matrix. Forward traceability matrix. Forward traceability matrix. This matrix. This matrix is used to check. This matrix is used to check. This matrix is used to check whether this matrix is used to check whether the project progress. This matrix is used to check whether the project progress is in the desired direction. DESIRED, desired direction. Desired direction for the right product. For the right product. For the right product. For the right product. Full stop. This matrix is used to map from requirements to the test cases. This matrix is used to map from the requirements to the test cases. This matrix is used to map from requirement to the test cases. Second one, backward traceability matrix. Backward traceability matrix. This matrix is used to map from test cases to the requirements. This matrix is used to map from requirements to the test cases.
So can you repeat?
This matrix is used to map from test cases to the requirements. Test cases to the requirements. Next, third one, bidirectional traceability matrix. Bidirectional traceability matrix. Bidirectional traceability matrix. It's a combination of both forward and backward traceability matrix. It is the combination of both forward and backward traceability matrix. Combination of both forward and backward traceability matrix. Completed. So this is all about traceability matrix. Now let's look into the payment gateway testing. How to test the payment gateway. This is very, very important. Before that, okay, I have one more topic. What is the difference between test case review and traceability matrix? So if you compare both, test case review, here we are reviewing the test cases to ensure that all the test cases are correct? Is there any missing test scenarios? Is there any spelling mistakes? We will review that. But traceability matrix, it is comparing against the requirements, whether all the requirements are covered properly or not, whether we have missed any of the requirements. That is the difference. Right now, what is the difference between test case review and traceability matrix? We will take this payment gateway at the last, better. We'll put it at the last. Okay, answer for test case review. So while reviewing the test cases, we will check while reviewing the test cases, we will check whether all the test scenarios are covered. Come on. Is there any missing test scenarios? 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 But in case of traceability matrix, 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 we will check whether all the requirements, we will check whether all the requirements has got a test cases or not. We will check whether all the requirements has got test cases or not. Okay, that's it. We'll check whether all the requirements has got test cases or not. So that we will not miss any of the requirements. Okay. Next, this is also one of the tricky interview questions they were asked recently. What is a test strategy? Test strategy is a kind of a high level or comprehensive document. It will describe how are we going to test, like it's a kind of a testing approach, which includes like scope, objective, and then whatever customer communication documents and all the test process or documentations will be there. Again, they might ask one more question. What is the difference between test plan and test strategy? Looks same, but what is the difference? See, the main purpose of test strategy is to have a complete understanding, like to produce an understanding of what we are trying to do in the testing, what kind of tools we are using, what is a target, and like what time we have to complete all the activities. That is a test strategy. But in case of test plan, it is all about the software testing, like what you can say that, okay, the scope, objective, source code, human resource, what kind of a environment is required, what kind of estimation is required, risk mitigation plan, everything is involved. Everything is involved. So you can take down what is test strategy. Test strategy, it's a kind of a test strategy. It's a set of protocols. You can say that test strategy. It's a kind of set of protocols or instructions. Test strategy. It's a set of protocols or instructions. It's a set of protocols or instructions. Test strategy. It's a set of protocols or instructions. Which explains test strategy is a set of protocols or instructions. It will explain the test design. It will explain the testing design or test design. And also it will determine how the testing has to be performed. How the testing has to be performed. Stop. One more answer I'll give for test strategy. Write down the next slide. Test strategy, it's a kind of a high level comprehensive document. Test strategy, it's a kind of a high level comprehensive document. High level comprehensive document. It will describe the software testing approach. It will describe the software testing approach. comma, software testing approach, comma, and it contains various components like, and it contains various components like, and it contains the various components like scope, scope, comma, objective, scope, comma, objectives, comma, customer communication strategy, customer communication strategy, customer communication strategy, customer communication strategy, comma, documentation formats, comma, testing process, etc. Next, what is the difference between test plan and test strategy? Test plan, it's a document on the basis of software testing. Test plan is a document which is on the basis of software testing, which includes which includes
Sir,
So can you repeat?
repeat, sir.
test plan. It's a document based on software testing. Full stop. It includes testing scope. It includes testing scope, comma, objective. It includes testing scope, comma, objective, comma, test schedule, comma, test environment, test environment, comma, number of test engineers required for the project, Number of test engineers required for the project, comma, test deliverables, test deliverables, comma, risk, risk, comma, mitigation plan, risk, comma, mitigation plan, comma, entry and exit criteria, entry and exit criteria, entry and exit criteria, comma, defect tracking, etc. etc. Okay, full stop. So test plan, it will give a forecast. Test plan, it will give a future forecast of future forecast of any threats which are coming to the project, any threats which are coming to the project, any threats which are coming to
So can you repeat?
from where you want me to repeat.
It will give feature.
It will give future forecast, future, not feature, future forecast, FU. It will give a future forecast. Be fast. It will give a future forecast like any threats which are coming to the QA project, any threats which are coming to the QA project, any threats which are coming to the QA projects, any threats which are coming to the QA project, any threats which are coming to the QA project, coming to the QA project, so that project manager can prioritize, so that project manager can prioritize, so that project manager can prioritize project manager can prioritize so that project manager can prioritize and test the software accordingly. Okay, so let's discuss about bugs, okay, under that priority and severity, and we'll discuss a defect report, how the defect report looks like. Defect report. In the interview, they will ask, can you tell me a procedure, this testing principle, keep it at the last. So they might ask you a question related to bugs. Can you tell me procedure to log the defect? Can you tell me steps or procedure to log the defect in Jira tool or Azure DevOps or steps or procedure to log the defects in Jira tool or Azure DevOps or in your company tool, whatever you have used. Okay. Or they might ask steps to log the bugs in any of the tool as per your company, whatever you have used. So whenever you want to log the bug, what you will do first, okay, you go to the respective tool which you're using in your company. You got one bug, but you should go to the Jira tool and you should check whether anybody has created the bug. You should go and check in the backlog. It's trying to log in. Oh, from beginning it's coming. Okay, cool. So you can go to the backlogs and you can see here whether anybody has created the bug. You should check. Okay, if nobody has created, check. Okay, let's say nobody has created. So you can go and create. Click here. There is a button. Click on create. Okay, so yes, this is your project. You have to choose the project. There will be multiple projects. Okay, first step is, okay, we log into the Jira tool and I'll check is anybody created the bug. I'll check in the backlogs. If nobody's created, then I'll click on create button. Look at the steps. Click on create button. Then create a bug page will open. So there you have to select the project name which you want to create and you have to select the type. It's a bug. It's not a epic or user story. It's a bug. Then you need to select here. Okay. Let's say the status. It is in a create status. As of now, like say new or open. Usually new status will be there. Then summary of the defect we write. So whenever user is trying to click on login button is not working. So that's a summary. So detailed steps: open the browser, enter the URL, enter the valid username, enter the valid password, click on login button. Then expected result: user should be able to click on login button and user should be able to log in successfully. Actual result: login button is not working, it is not clickable. That is a problem. Fine. Then you need to add the label. Let's say this is related to login feature. Okay, then okay, sprint, which sprint you are working? Let's say sprint number 48. Example, you selected on sprint. Okay, so this one you don't have to add story point. This is developer task, how much time he required to do the development. And then you need to attach the screenshot or screen recording of the bug, whatever you have identified. You have to attach that. And then, okay, click on create. The moment you create, okay, I have not entered anything, just writing something. The moment you create, one defect ID gets created. Look at here, one ID, NK36. This is a defect ID. With this, you can track whether what is the status of this bug. NK36. See, updated 10 seconds ago. Just now you created the bug. And you can see all the conversations, all the comments, whatever they are adding, developer is adding or whoever is adding. So it will be assigned to the respective developer, let's say Nanda. So it will be assigned to them and they'll start working on it. Okay, and they'll also put a estimation point. I required let's say 5 hours to work on this. So he'll just update it like this. Understood? How do we log the bug? Procedure steps. Take down. Can you tell me the steps to log the bugs? Question number one. Can you tell me steps to log the bugs or procedure to log the bugs in the Jira tool or Azure DevOps tool? Okay, for that answer. As soon as I get a bug in our project, first I'll go back and check. First, I will go back and check First, I'll go back and check is anybody created the similar bug or not. First, I'll go back and check in the backlog. First, I'll go back and check in the backlog. Is anybody created this bug? I'll go back and check in the backlog. Is anybody created the bug? Stop. If nobody is created, I'll follow the below steps. If nobody created, I'll follow the below steps. Step number 1. Click on create button. Click on create button. Come on. Then create bug page will open. Then create bug page will open. If the work type is selected as a bug, if work type is selected as a bug. Second point. Select the project name which we want to create a bug. Select the project name which we want to create a bug. The next third one, select the work type. Select the work type as a bug. Then we have to select the status. How many steps are completed?
3, sir.
Fourth one, select the defect status. Select
So
that.
last one have to select at the third point.
What do you want to select? Read properly that sentence so that I'll get a clarity of what to answer.
Okay, sir.
That entire sentence, read it. Where from?
Select the work type has a bug, then we
That's it.
have to.
That's it.
Okay, sir.
Work type is a bug. Next. Next, status. We have to select the status of the bug. We have to select the status of the bug. Under that, you can write down the names one by one. I'll tell the names. You put first one name, then arrow mark, second name, arrow mark, like that. First status, new. Put one arrow mark in front of that. It's continuation. After new, it will go to the assign to the dev, assign to the developer. Then put one hyphen, development in progress. Then again put one hyphen in front of that, ready for QA test. Ready for QA test. The next, resolve, resolved or done. Resolved or done. Resolved or done. Completed. The next, total how many points go over? 4 up.
Yes, sir.
And fifth one, enter the summary of the defect, high level summary of the defect. Enter the high level summary of the defect. The next, enter the We will enter the reproducible steps. 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 We will enter the reproducible steps in the description area. We will enter the reproducible steps in the description section. You can write in the description section. In the description section. Along with description section, along with expected and actual result, along with expected result and actual result, along with that expected result and actual result. Completed? Good to go. Next. We can select the labels. Based on the feature this bug is appearing. We can select the labels. Based on the features this bug is appearing. In the bracket, it's optional. Depends on the company to company. It's optional. In the bracket, optional. How many steps total now? Total steps?
7, sir.
7. Next, 8th one. We have to select the sprint number. We have to select the sprint number. Like in which sprint we got this bug. We have to select the sprint number. Like in which sprint we got the bug. Next, we have to enter the test engineer name who's creating the bug. We have to enter the test engineer name who's creating the bug. Next point. We have to attach the proof document. We have to attach the defect proof document. We have to attach the defect proof document. We have to attach the defect proof documents. defect proof documents like a screenshot or screen recording. Like this is very important. You should not miss this. We have to attach the defect proof documents like a screenshot or screen recording. And last point, and then we'll click on create button. Last step, and we'll click on create button. Then we'll click on create button, which is present at the bottom of the page. Then we'll click on create button, which is present at the bottom of the page. Next line, new line. After creating the bug, a defect ID gets generated. After creating the bug, a defect ID gets generated. Defect ID gets generated. With the help of this defect ID, we can track the, after creating the bug, defect ID gets generated, comma. With the help of this defect ID, we can track the defect status. We can track the defect status. So defect report, next one, heading, defect report. So you created the bug, that is fine. So we sometimes our manager will ask us to send a defect report. Okay. So that time, yes, you have to take this report and like you have to take this defect and you have to send this entire report to the manager or somebody. Okay. Let's say I want to get this report, let's say export to Excel or print. Let me say print. I want to save it as a PDF. Say print. Okay, so let's say home desktop. I'll just say, as of now, I'll just say test. But, test is already there. Let's say defect. Okay. See what and all it contains. If you see, it contains the status and the project name, and then let's say the type of the bug, priority, like whether it's a high, medium. We have missed the one more step. We have to select, we have to add the priority in the defect report. Like while taking the steps, you can add one more priority of the bug we need to add, whether it's high, medium, low. Maybe in step 6 or 7 you can include somewhere. You have to add priority of the bug, whether it's high, medium, or low. So this is a dummy, like we have a dummy credentials, like it's a trial version, right? So you don't get all the options, but in paid version we'll get all the options. Okay. So these are all the status, like you can see the defect status and the project name and the version of the project, what is the type, and then priority, who are like whom it is assigned, and then what else? It will be having a, let's say, sprint number will be there, and then estimation will be there. So this is how the defect report looks like. If you want, you can take down the photo sample. I'll show you some more defect report. Wait. When we were testing one application, we had got some of the reports. Jira tool defect report. Yes, I have it here. See here. So this is a description about the defect. When we are testing Namaya 3 application, that time, now it is there, right? Namaya 3 is live. When we are testing, see test case ID is there. So this is the actual thing, okay? Which app we are testing and the role and expected result, actual result, the severity, whether it's a blocker or critical. If you want, you can take down the screenshot, sample a defect report. I'll reduce that, minimize, zoom out. There is zoom out here. Yeah, here, reproducible steps. Look at here, and this is a defect proof. If you click here, you can see that link. Okay, when you open, maybe so it's not available. Leave it. If you want, you can take down the screenshot. Like these are all the things will be involved in the defect report. If anybody asks, you can say that defect report, it contains usually the description of the bug and then status, the project name and the type and who has reported and priority and then test case ID and the, like, let's say, oh, say expected result, actual result, the severity of the bug, defect proof, and in which are all the platforms we have to do the testing or where we tested and who has reported, and the description, like reproducible steps. All this information will be there in the defect report. If you want, you can take down the screenshot or photo, all of you. Good to go? Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, fine. So this is all about defect report. Let's come back. So we have completed almost related to the defect stuff. So one more is very, very important. What is priority and severity? With example, we need to discuss. Maybe I'll take it up tomorrow. Let's wind it up today. Tomorrow, let's join at 6 a.m. Okay, so tomorrow we'll focus on this, and then small, these are all small topics. Okay, these are all theory with small examples, and then we'll go to these two topics. Let me stop it now. Stop the recording.